Hello, wonderful people. With Age of Oil being a week away, well, technically Monday, I figured I would show you what I have going on in my base as far as buildings is concerned. Uh, First off, let's start with HQ and HQ requirements. You guys have probably seen this before. One thing you'll notice is going to be the tech center is going to be the common thing that you would always need to upgrade. I strongly recommend using one of the builders for text center at all times until you get to 30. And then if you're free to play, use the 500 gems to rent out the second one and build the requirement, the other ones. And by the time you start building your HQ, you should also still focus on renting out the second builder for the next requirement. That really helps. Getting to 30 has a lot more benefits than anything else. For example, resource chests are going to be worth a lot more. Let's see here. One of these is going to be 4 million, which is nice. Compare it to your level, your HQ level. The values are different. For coin, it's going to be 2.43. Yeah. And the second thing I would like to talk to you about is barracks. Your barracks should be at different levels and be able to spawn different level troops. One of them should be at least, if you're level 30, one of them should be at least 20. That way you could spawn level 6 troops and you could promote them to level 7 when the day comes for like arms race or day 5. Your second one should be 24 minus 26 because I'm using it for building days and easy VS points. This one is 28. I think it's too expensive to upgrade. I have other projects to focus on. And obviously I'm HQ 30, so this is 30. And moving on, there are 64 buildings and 65 if you have the VIP, because the VIP adds for the garage. I don't know if it is worth it to upgrade these buildings, because the only thing you're going to gain is squad marching speed and 0.05 for a 3-day, and a lot of resources is not worth it in my opinion. All right, now that is covered, you should always try to get these to 30 because they come with a lot of benefits that add a lot of power. The marching squad, the size, the number of troops that you could take per hero increases, which is a good thing, which is, for PvP, for protecting your base, stuff like that. And there are certain buildings that you don't need to upgrade at all. For example, the gear factory, there is no need to upgrade it beyond 20. The chip factory, the same thing. The chip lab. This one is debatable. It depends on what you want from the buildings themselves. Um, Alert tower. Information. It's not here. You could find it on the scout report. This is going to be what you would unlock every time you upgrade it. Mine is at level 10A8, and it gives me details about units. Troop count is what I was looking for when I was upgrading these, so I wouldn't recommend upgrading them more than 26. And What else? Component factory, I upgraded it to get VS points and nothing else. The 2 minutes, the 2 minutes saved per upgrade versus a day and 20 hours. I don't think it's worth it in my opinion. Obviously, I'm paid to play, so I have 4 queues available, but I would rather do something else with my slots, building slots. And for base mines, I've seen multiple people make the mistake of saying, "Oh, you shouldn't upgrade it because you don't get more than 20k per hour." But in reality, it all depends on the survivors that you have. So this is the actual value that you'd get per building per hour. That's the output. And depending on your recruits or like survivors, you could get a lot more. So factor that into your calculation when you upgrade them. I'm gearing up for Age of Oil, and I don't want to start the big projects that I actually want to. For example, upgrading the drill grounds. It costs too much, and I'm trying to save the resources and the speed ups for Age of Oil. So yeah, one thing to consider. And for Age of Oil, you definitely need to be level 30 to upgrade to even start the research on Age of Oil, and that's going to end up being one of the permanent resources, the oil well. I strongly recommend, if you have the opportunity, to start from day one, from hour zero, start upgrading it. Don't worry about the VS points the very next day. Just start hammering it out. It's going to be a lot of researches that you have to do. Don't even worry about that. Don't worry about the VS points for research. Use one of your slots if you have to. If you don't have to, just go ahead and use the only one that you have to concentrate to focus on. That oil tech tree, it really comes in handy because it unlocks the second research center if you're free to play, or a third if you're pay to play. So I think it's very important to start it on the very first day. Yeah. Sorry about my voice. I'm a little tired. Yeah. And other buildings, people say that they upgrade these to 30. I generally don't think it's worth it, because what you get is 52, like 54. At level 30, that's a maximum of 60 per hour. 60 times 5 would make it 50 times 60 times 5, it would make it 300 per hour. You'd approximately need 90 something days to finish one project, one gear.
Anything fun to do around here?
Once you do the maths, you realize earning ore is the only way to go, because 695k divided by 300 per hour is going to take a lot of hours. If you do the math in days, it's like 90 something, I think, for one gear. So basically 3 months of wait time to get to this. While on the other hand, it's going to occupy your building slot for at least 5 days. Obviously, these values that you see factor in different things. In my case, it would be a level 3 pyramid. That's 15. The builder and the recruits in it. And yeah. One last thing that I want to mention is Alliance Center. The Alliance Center, the last time you have to upgrade it for HQ requirement is going to be a level 23. But I highly recommend to upgrade it, keep upgrading it to 30. Not only because it's going to be one of the requirements for HQ 32, I think. HQ 32? Oh no, 33. However, you get a lot more help, and that really comes in handy for whatever you're trying to do. Research, healing, building projects. Yeah. I'll, I don't think I missed anything, but I'll let you know. Bye.